Today we're going to talk about something you see every single day, but probably don't think about too much. It's this incredible process called photosynthesis. And trust me, it's basically the silent, invisible engine that keeps our entire planet running.
But here's a question for you. Think about a giant tree. It starts out as this tiny little seed, right? And then it grows into something massive. But it doesn't have a mouth. It doesn't go hunting for food. So where does all that stuff, all that weight and energy come from? How in the world does it eat?
Well, the answer is pretty amazing. It all comes down to a secret recipe, one that plants figured out millions and millions of years ago. It's basically a recipe for turning sunshine and air into life. See, unlike you and me, plants don't have to go out and find a meal. They actually make their own. That's why scientists have a special name for them. Autotrophs. It just means self-feeders. You could say they're the original and best chefs in the entire world. And this secret recipe, this whole food making magic trick, it's called photosynthesis. It's actually a great name for it. It comes from two Greek words, photo, which means light, and synthesis, which means to put together. So plants are quite literally putting stuff together using light. Okay, so to really get how this works, we've got to go inside the kitchen. Or maybe a better way to think about it is a food factory, the plant's very own food factory. And that factory, it's the leaves, all of them. Every single leaf on a plant is its own little bustling factory floor. This is ground zero, where all the magic happens, and where the food gets made for the entire plant. Now, you can't have a factory without machinery, right? Well, the star piece of equipment in the leaf is a pigment called chlorophyll. And yes, this is the stuff that makes plants green, but that's not even its most important job. Its real superpower is trapping energy from sunlight. It's the engine of the whole operation. So, how do all the raw materials get inside? Through tiny little gates all over the leaf. They're called stomata. Think of them like loading dock doors that open and close to let gases in and out. It's a super smart way to manage the supply chain. So, we've got our factory, we've got our green machinery, we've got the gates. Now, let's talk about the ingredients for this amazing recipe. And you know what? The recipe itself is surprisingly simple. You only need three main things. First, you need water, which the plant gets from the soil. Second, you need carbon dioxide, which it literally pulls out of thin air. And third, the secret sauce, sunlight, which provides all the energy to get things cooking. The whole thing kicks off underground. A plant's roots are like this huge network of straws, just sucking up water and other good stuff from the soil. Then they send it all the way up the plant to the leaves. Okay, so while that's happening, remember those little gates, the stomata? They're busy opening up and breathing in carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. So now we've got water coming up from below, carbon dioxide coming in from the air. All the ingredients have arrived at the factory. Right, we've got the factory, the green machines are humming, and all the raw materials are in place. So, what happens now? What comes out of this incredible chemical kitchen? And here it is, the whole process in action. Sunlight beams down, giving the chlorophyll the energy it needs. The roots have pulled up the water, the leaves have breathed in the carbon dioxide, and inside the leaf, that chlorophyll uses the sun's power to smash those water and carbon dioxide molecules apart and rearrange them into something totally new. This is the key moment, this transformation. You have these really simple things going in, water, air, and light. But what comes out is completely different. The plant creates two brand new things, a sugar called glucose, which is its food, and oxygen. Now, the main product here is the glucose. This sugar is the plant's food. It's like a high-energy power bar that fuels everything the plant does, growing taller, making flowers, you name it. This is how the plant actually feeds itself. And plants are pretty smart. Just like us with leftovers, if they make more of this sugary food than they need right away, they convert it into something called starch and pack it away in their roots or stems for later, a little snack for a rainy day. But what about that other thing it makes, the oxygen? Well, believe it or not, from the plant's point of view, oxygen is just a waste product. It's just leftover stuff that it doesn't need, so it releases it back into the air. But for us, well, that waste is the very air we need to live. Pretty lucky for us, huh? So you see, this is way bigger than just a clever way for plants to make lunch. This one single process, happening quietly in trillions of leaves all over the world, literally changes our entire planet. I mean, think about it. First, it's the absolute base of almost every food chain. No plants, no food. Second, it's responsible for the oxygen we're all breathing right now. And third, by soaking up all that carbon dioxide, plants are constantly working to keep our planet's climate in balance. It's doing three crucial jobs at once.
It really does all boil down to this simple, powerful idea. Every single living thing, one way or another, depends on plants to survive. It's not an exaggeration, it's just a fact.
And that kind of leaves us with one last big thought to chew on. When you look at a forest, or even just the grass in a park, you're not just looking at pretty scenery. You're looking at the engines of life. So knowing that this one secret recipe is making both